Chapter 30. Sophie gagged as she licked open her locker. Elwyn's choice again? She whined to Dex. In the 3 weeks since midterm, they'd already suffered through burnt hair and sweaty feet flavors. Elwyn was on a roll. Dex plugged his nose as she licked his panel, but he still winced. Ugh, it's exactly how we imagined a fart would taste. Sophie giggled and grabbed a small scroll waiting on her top shelf. A special assignment from the universe mentors. Each list had 6 stars that fit some sort of pattern, and each prodigy was supposed to bottle a sample of the starlight from each, figure out what the pattern was, and choose a 7th star that fit with the others. She and Dex had plans to work together that night. Dex took her to Moonglade, a wide, round meadow filled with thousands of fireflies flickering in the darkness. Everyone else goes to Siren Rock, Dex explained as he set up the stellaroscope, which looked like a bent upside-down spyglass. But it's so crowded there, it's hard to find a space to work. Plus, the view's better here. He pointed to the sky, where billions of stars sparkled through the inky black, then handed her a thick wad of star maps. Finding stars takes forever, so let's tag team it. First star on my list is Amaranthus. Sophie stared at the sky, following trails she'd already memorized. It's right there, 4th star to the left of Lamentine. Dex's jaw dropped. How did you do that? Photographic memory, remember? I know, but the stars? She nodded smugly. Wow, well, awesome. He stuffed the maps into his bag and attached a small glass bottle to a spout at the wider end of the stellaroscope. Want to go first? She took the scope from him and held it up to her eyes. How does this work? It's easy. You find the star and use the knobs to isolate it. He came up behind her and used one arm to level the scope. His other arm wrapped around her and his hands slid her fingers down to a cluster of dials. Sorry, is this okay? He asked as she stiffened. Sure. But it was strange having him so close. She could feel her cheeks warm and was glad it was too dark for him to see her blush. Dex cleared his throat. Did you find Amaranthus? Yep. Good. Then turn the knob until you can see the star change color, then flip the lever by your thumb. The stellaroscope will do the rest. She did as he said, and a bright purple flash filled the bottle. The glass clinked as the scope sealed the light in. It only took them a few minutes to find the bottles with scarlet light from Rubini, yellow light from Aurora, pale blue light from Azulejo, a deep orange light from Crobratola, and a dark blue light from Indigene. Dex stared at the 6 twinkling bottles, scratching his head. I don't see a pattern. It's the colors of the spectrum. She rearranged the bottles in the right order. Red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, and violet. What's missing? Green. Can you find Zelini? She pointed to an isolated star to the left. There. He bottled the deep green glow. This'll be the first time I get it right. I usually just pick a random star and try to bluff. Sophie laughed and dug her list from her pocket. Her stars were much harder to find, and she really had to push her memory, but eventually she had bottles of silver, gold, black, white, copper, and green light. Any idea what the pattern is? Dex asked. I'm not sure. Something felt familiar, and a shadow of an idea, not formed enough to make sense. She pored through her memories, scrounging for the clue that was missing. The pieces clicked. Elementine. What's the pattern? I don't know, but I know Elementine is right. She grabbed the stellaroscope. Are you sure? I've never heard of it before. I think I would know better than you. Besides, why would I make that up? Good point. She followed the strange trail through the stars as the minutes ticked by. I know it's there. She focused on a dark space and fiddled with the dials. I don't see anything, Dex told her. I think it's just really far away. More turning and adjusting. Still nothing. Dex was getting fidgety when she finally said, There, and flipped the latch. The stellaroscope hummed, then turned white hot. Sophie yelped, dropping the scope. What happened? Ow, ow, ow! She waved her hands, trying to cool the burning, but the pain made her eyes water. Let me see. Dex took a jar of moonlight from his bag and grabbed her wrist, shining the light on him. Whoa, are you okay? She wanted to be brave, but her eyes teared when she saw the purple welts on her palms. What should I do? Dex asked, sounding frantic. She tried to think through the pain. She could go home, but she wasn't sure how Grady and Adeline could help. What she really needed was a doctor. Her face fell as she realized what she had to do. Can you get my imparter from my satchel? She'd been carrying it with her ever since the cheating disaster. Dex dug through her bag until he found the silver square. Who are we calling? She sighed. Elwyn.